so let's start today. Let's go ahead and start on our backs. Grab your strap, have that within arm's distance. Have a block within arm's reach too. And then as we're going to start on our back, if you need some support between your low back and the floor, feel free to use that. You can even have like this lifted so that your upper back, or your shoulders, chest is tilted back down a little bit. And if that feels good for you to have that lifted, or if that does not feel good for you, then you don't need to have any support there and you can have your back nice and flat. So finding yourself on your back. So using support or not using support. We're going to start off by placing, let's go ahead and place our right hand on our belly, left hand on our forehead. And we're just going to begin to slow everything down, quiet everything. Allow our breathing to become deeper and bigger. That hand on the belly can help you regulate or show you where your breath is at. We're trying to get that belly to lift and lower with that breath. Sometimes we breathe up into the lungs so much that we think we're breathing deep, but actually we have to really work on getting that breath down deep into the diaphragm, so down deep into the lower part of the lungs or that upper part of the belly. So just working on that here, but also trying not to hyperventilate. So make sure that you're not going too fast with that breathing. But try and breathe as deeply as you can so that you feel it in the belly, in the lower lungs. Good. And then let's go ahead and switch. So let's take that left hand on belly, right hand on forehead. Same thing. Working on deepening that breath, working on slowing everything down. Good. And we take our arms out to our sides, our palms facing up. Our feet, let's take them a little bit wider than our knees or our hips. And we're going to windshield wiper our legs while we're lying down. So just dropping those legs from side to side. Beginning to, oh, there's a fly. Oh no. Just dropping that from side to side. And that might feel a whole lot different than what it does when we're sitting straight up, because here you're kind of getting more hip, the whole hip joint. Maybe you're feeling it in your low back, maybe your mid back, maybe hip flexors, but just rocking, taking that from side to side. Good. And then let's go ahead and hold this to one side. So holding that, dropping that to one side. Ooh, and feel a good quadricep stretch in that front thigh. One of the, or both of the thighs. And then let's switch sides. So drop that and hold that. Aha. And maybe you're feeling the other side, like I'm feeling it in the right side, just depending on which side you've dropped and held. Good. Bring that up. Let's go ahead and bring those legs up. Reach our arms up. So we're in a dying bug movement right here, or hold right here. And we're just going to take our opposite. So our right leg is going to go down. Right hand is going to go towards that leg. And we're just going to go a little bit, kind of like you're laying down running, or just think about a dying bug. So dying bug right here. Just a little bit of movement. If it's too much, you can just do the arms or you can just do the legs, but just warming things up right here, just taking this from side to side. Good. good, and good. Very nice. Let's reach behind both those knees, pull that in, maybe rock it a little bit from side to side, rock that low back. Good, and then release that. Let's grab that strap. Let's take our strap around our right foot. Go ahead and pull that right leg into you. Give yourself a nice big hug. We're going to keep our left knee bent, so our left leg isn't going to go straight yet. We're just going to hold that in. And then let's go ahead and press that right heel up towards the ceiling, right leg towards the ceiling. Maybe your leg doesn't go all the way straight. That's okay, because our muscles are still very cool. So if it's not straightening, that's fine. You can have that knee bent still. And you can use that strap to pull that leg as close to you as feels comfortable for you. And we're going to go ahead and lower that leg and then lift that leg, pulling with that strap. So lowering that down and then pull that towards you. Let's do a few more of these. Lower this down and pull that in and lower that down and pull that leg in and lower that down and pull that leg in. Very nice. We can release that strap. Let's take our right ankle, place it onto our left thigh, and let's go ahead and push that thigh away. So pushing that away with our right hand. So right inner thigh is being pushed away with that right hand. Opening up that hip flexor, a little piriformis stretch right here. And then release that. Good. Let's take that strap now around our left foot. We're going to keep our right knee bent. And let's go ahead and pull that left leg, hug that into our chest. Very good. Hold that and hug that. Nice. And then let's go ahead and press that heel up towards the ceiling. Again, if that leg isn't straightening, that is perfectly fine because muscles are still pretty cool. We're still in that early warm-up phase. So pulling that leg towards us. And we're going to lift and lower a few times. So let's go ahead and lower that down and then pull that leg towards us and lower that down and pull that up and lower that down and pull that leg up and lower that down and pull that leg towards us. And one more time, lower that down and pull that leg up. Very nice. Good. Release that strap. Take our left ankle to our thigh. Press that inner thigh away. Left hand presses that away. Very good. Nice. Good, good. All right, now we're going to drop our knees over to one side and we're going to take ourselves onto our backs. So we've got ourselves on our backs, arms are out, and we're going to take that. Let's go ahead and take our right leg and we're going to take our right leg over and just get a nice little stretch right here. Now your head, let me turn myself around. So maybe, okay. So we're right here, taking our leg over, and maybe you've got your temple on the ground. This might be not comfortable for you. You can also just be lifting that leg up. Getting a little bit of a stretch here. We'll see if we can get that leg over. Oh, yeah. And then bring this back to center, and we're going to take this to the other side. So bringing that other leg over. And then bringing that back to center. And then we can press ourselves, bring ourselves up onto all fours right here. And then we're just going to bring ourselves into our simple cross-legged pose. So I'm going to sit on a pillow, but finding ourselves in our simple cross leg. Sitting ourselves up nice and tall. And let's do a few torso circles here. So let's go ahead and circle that, the torso. That feels good. On that low back, circling that one way. And then let's go ahead and circle that the other way. Very nice. Good, and bring this back to center. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up and exhale it out. And again, inhale and sweep this up and exhale it out. Inhale and sweep this up. Let's drop our right hand to our right side. Reach that left arm over. Trying to keep our left glute, left hip onto the floor. Just that nice reach and breathe. And bring this to center. Inhale and sweep this up and drop that left hand down. Reach that over. Woo. Feel that inside stretch. Very nice. And breathe. And inhale and sweep this up and exhale. Let's clasp our hands behind us. If you can't clasp your hands, then that strap that we just used for our legs, you can hold that strap. You can wrap that around your hands and hold that strap. We're going to use the strap a little bit later on too. But we're just either clasping the hands or holding onto that strap. Let's drop our chin to chest. Lift our head to center. Look towards one side or look to the right, and then look to the left. And bring that back to center. Good. Go ahead and release that. Release the arms. Let's inhale and sweep that up. Drop our left hand down, reach over. Inhale and lift this up. Drop our right hand down, reach over. And inhale this up. Let's go ahead and drop the left hand to our right hand to our left thigh, left hand, follow our spine down towards the floor, and let's get a seated spinal twist here. Ooh, that feels good. And breathe deeply. And exhale it out. Good, bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. Take it to the other side. Drop that down and twist. Inhale it here. Breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Very good. Inhale and sweep this up. Let's clasp our hands at the top, press our palms towards the ceiling, lengthen up through our torso, through our rib cage, and let's do some side breathing here. So let's inhale it deeply and exhale, big sigh out. Good. 2 more times. Inhale it deeply and exhale, big sigh out. 1 more time. Big, deep inhale. And exhale, sigh it out. Good. Bring our arms out in front of us. Stop hands, rotate wrists. Rotate the other way. Good. Arms out to our peripheral. Palms up. Make some fists. Roll those knuckles in. And let's do a little bit of seated cat and cow. So let's open this up here and then round this. Let's go ahead and inhale and open. And exhale and round. Inhale and open. Exhale and round. Inhale and open. And exhale and round. Good. Bring this back to neutral. Open that up and drop that down. Roll our shoulders back and roll that forward. Good. Maybe get a little bit of a torso twist in right here. Very good. If you're sitting on something, you can go ahead and move that off to the side. We're going to do windshield wipers again. So let's lean ourselves back. And this time we're seated. And let's go ahead and drop those knees from side to side right here. Just taking this side to side. Nice windshield wipers right there. Ooh. And it does feel different. It feels, you're getting a little bit more of the lower glute, more of the hamstring, more focused on that, the lower part of the hip joint rather than when we were laying on our backs. Good. Let's go ahead and keep that right leg in front. We've got this nice zigzag. Lift ourselves up center. Let's twist it to the left first. And then we'll get our big twist to the right. So big twist to the right, one of my favorite stretches. Maybe you're able to look over your shoulder. That hip and glute might be lifting up off the floor unless you're hyper flexible and it stays on the floor. We've got this nice big twist here. Just enjoy this twist going as deeply here as feels good for you. Maybe it's even comfortably uncomfortable today. Good, let's bring this back to center and let's twist it for 4. So take this for 4 and center. It's 3 and center. It's 2 and center. And last one and back to center. Good, lean this back and let's go ahead and take this from side to side again. It's windshield wipers here. Good, let's go ahead and keep our left leg in front, left zigzag, sit ourselves up tall, twist it to the right first, so a tall twist to the right. And then let's take it to that big twist to the left. And again, same thing, maybe you're able, maybe you're able to look over that shoulder. Wow, and breathe. Going as deeply as feels good for you here in this deep spinal twist. And then let's bring this back to center and go quick for 4. Let's take this for 4 and center. It's 3 and center. It's 2 and center. And last one. And back to center. Good. Let's lean this back. And let's go ahead and take ourselves into a reverse table. So feet are going to be flat on the floor. Fingers are going to be facing towards our feet. Let's go ahead. We're going to lift our pelvis up towards the sky, lifting this up into a reverse table. Our legs are nice and strong. Core is nice and strong. Arms are nice and strong. Neck is nice and neutral. So we don't want to be looking way above us. We're letting that neck shrug back. You can be looking slightly forward. You can be looking slightly up or just a little bit above you, but holding this. I love this one for such a good bicep stretch and such a good strengthening exercise for that core. Having to lift those glutes, feeling strong, good, breathing it here, inhaling and exhaling. Trying to keep that deep breath that we started off with when we were on our backs, how we got our breath deeper, trying to continue that through our whole practice today. Let's go ahead and drop that pelvis down, simple cross leg, and hinge this forward. We're going to go into a reverse plank, or if you don't want to do or don't feel like doing a reverse plank today, you can go right back into reverse tabletop, what we just did. So bringing our arms back, taking our legs out in front of us, pressing through our heels, lifting our pelvis up. Now, if this is too much for you, which it may be because our feet aren't flat on the floor, we have less to help us lift and less stability here. So if you're finding that, then feel free to go right back into that tabletop, because this is just as much of a strengthening and core exercise. This just makes it a little bit more difficult, a little bit less stable when you've got the legs out in front of you. And it's harder on your upper body too. Your upper body's having to hold up a lot more because your feet are holding up a lot less. So let's keep breathing here. Good, drop that pelvis down, simple cross leg, hinge this forward. And then let's go ahead and change this into boat pose. So let's lean ourselves back, lengthen through our arms. We're going to go ahead and keep our heels on the floor. And let's breathe it here. 2 breaths. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And again, big deep inhale and exhale it out. Very nice. Simple cross leg once again. Sit that up, hinge it forward. And now we're going to find our staff pose. So let's take our legs long, Sitting ourselves up nice and tall. Keep our feet super, super flexed. And find our arms above us so we're in that nice capital L. This is a very difficult stabilizing pose. Let's go ahead and breathe this here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. And again, big deep inhale. And exhale it out. And one more time, big deep inhale. And exhale it out. Good, release our arms down. Let's bring this leg in, bring our right leg in. Give our right leg a nice big hug, just like we did when we were on our backs. And then let's take our right over our left. Let's wrap this left arm around our right leg and give ourselves a nice big twist, ooh, to the right. Keep that foot flexed. Left foot stays flexed and active. And breathing. And let's twist this towards the inside. So twisting it the other way. And bring this back to center. Go ahead and release that leg. Let's take our other leg in. So bring our other leg in, give our other leg a nice big hug. Keep that right foot flexed. Let's take our left over our right. Let's wrap our right arm around that left leg and twist it to the left and breathe. Remembering to keep our right leg active. So keep that foot flexed. Keep that leg strong. And then let's go ahead and twist this towards the inside. Or towards the right. Good. And bring that back to center. Very nice. Let's drop our knees over to one side. And actually, let's just go ahead and bring ourselves up onto all fours, onto our quadruped position. So our shoulders are over our wrists, our hips are over our knees. Let's go into a little bit of cat and cow. So let's go ahead and drop that belly to the floor. Take our eyes to the sky. Inhale. And round our spine, take our chin to chest. Exhale. Drop that belly. Inhale. Round that spine. Exhale. Drop that belly. Inhale. Round that spine. Exhale. Drop that belly. Inhale. Round our spine. Exhale. Drop that belly. Inhale. And round that spine. Exhale. Good. Bring ourselves back to center. Let's go into our bird dog, into our balance, first balance of our practice today. Let's flex through our right foot, lengthen through our left arm. Good, holding this here. And then let's go ahead and take our elbow to our knee. Let's go 6 times. So bring this in for 6 and reach. Here's 5 and reach. Here's 4 and reach. Here's 3 and reach. Here's 2 and reach. And here's 1. Let's reach and hold. While we're holding this, a little bit more difficulty. Left hand, we're going to reach that left arm around and then just take it by our side. And then bring that left arm back. So you're making some half like snow angels here. And then bring this back. And we're going to do that one more time. Sweep that around. And then bring that back. Good. Release that arm. Release that leg. Cat and cow. Drop that belly. Inhale. Round that spine. Exhale. Drop that belly. Inhale. Round that spine. Exhale. Good. Flatten through that back. Let's go ahead and take that other leg up. So lifting other leg up, lifting that left leg. Let's reach through our right arm. And elbow to knee 6 times here. Bring this in for 6 and reach. Here's 5 and reach. Here's 4 and reach. Here's 3 and reach. Here's 2 and reach. And last one. Let's reach and hold. Same thing on this side, those three little half snow angels. So take this around and bring that back. And sweep it around and bring that back. And one more time, sweep that around and bring that back. Good. Release the arm, release the leg, child's pose. Ooh, you deserve that child's pose. Very nice. Take the glutes back towards the heels. Lengthen through the arms, through that spine, through that back. Good. Keeping that right there. Very nice. Let's look forward in our hands. Let's walk our hands over to the right. Let's take that left hand right on top of that right hand and try and get our left glute towards our left heel. And then switch sides. Walk hands over to the other side and take that right hand on top of that left hand and get that right glute to that right heel. Ooh. And bring this back to center. Very good. Bring ourselves up. Let's go ahead and put our blocks where we want them for our sun salutations. So at the front edge of our block, if you're using blocks, let's take ourselves onto all fours, curl our toes under. We're going to go into our first downward facing dog, but we're going to keep our knees bent. So let's go ahead and lift our tails up, keep our knees bent so that we stretch through our spine first. So getting a nice long stretch through that back rib cage, through those arms, through those armpits. Very nice. Maybe nodding that head, yes, shaking that head, no. And then let's begin to pedal our feet, pedal our heels down towards the floor. And finding some stillness in this downward facing dog. Maybe trying to get our heels down towards the floor. If you're having trouble with that, you can take your feet wide. That is helpful with getting a little bit more flexibility in the calves and in the Achilles tendons, the backs of the feet, the ankles. Or you can have those feet together, just depending on what feels best for you. Let's go ahead and lift up on our toes. Our heels are high, and let's drop both of our heels over to one side, stretching through those ankles. And then bring that center and drop those heels over to the other side. And bring that center. Good. And then let's go ahead and walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward, hold at the front of our mat, front edge of our mat. We've got those blocks there. Let's allow our arms and our head just to dangle in a nice forward fold, ragdoll right here. Let's take opposite elbow with the opposite hand, make a frame for the head. And breathe. Good. And release those arms. Got our hands on our blocks. Let's go ahead and inhale, flatten through our back, look forward. And then exhale and release. Good. Inhale, nice flat back. Exhale and release. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and release. Right foot's going to stay forward. Left foot's going to go back into a lunge. Left hand is on our block or the floor. And let's go ahead and open this up into a spinal twist. Breathing in this strong spinal twist. Good, bring this back to center. Let's take our foot back to meet that other foot into top of plank. Strong top of plank here. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Chaturanga, so heart's gonna go to the floor and lift our heart up off of the floor. Baby cobra. Curling our toes under, pressing this up, downward facing dog, and good. And let's go and walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward fold, front edge of our mat. Inhale, nice flat back. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and release. Left foot's gonna stay forward, right foot's gonna go back into a lunge. Right hand on block or floor. And let's spinal twist over to the left and breathe. And let's go and release that. Take that foot back to meet the other foot, top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Chaturanga, heart goes to the floor. Heart's gonna lift up off the floor. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. Good, walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold. Let's do those sun salutations again on each side. Let's inhale, flatten that back. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and release. Right foot forward, left foot back into lunge. Left hand on block or floor. Spinal twist open to the right. I think we'll do this two more times on each side. So we'll have 3 sun salutations on each side today. Good, bring this back to center. Take that foot back to meet the other foot into top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. Enjoy this down dog. This is your restorative pose. This is where you can renew, restore, regenerate. It's an inversion, so that head is lower than the heart. Good, let's walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold, front edge of our mat. Let's inhale, nice flat back. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and release. Left foot's gonna stay forward, right foot's gonna go back. Right hand on block or floor. And let's spinal twist over to the left. Good. And bring this back to center. Take that foot back to meet the other foot. Top plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart's gonna go down, heart's gonna lift up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. Walk those feet to the hands. Standing forward fold. Inhale, nice flat back. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and release. Right foot forward, left foot back, left hand on block or floor. And let's final twist. Yes, our third one. And breathe. Good, bring this back to center. Take that foot back to meet the other foot, top of the plank. Shift our weight forward, drop the fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes, chaturanga. Bring that heart up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog, and breathe. Good, walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and release. Left foot's gonna stay forward, right foot's gonna go back. Right hand on the floor or the block, and spinal twist over to the left. And bring this back to center. Take that foot back to meet the other foot, top of plank. Shift that weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart's gonna go down, heart's gonna lift up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog, and breathe. Good. Very nice. Keeping ourselves in this downward facing dog. Let's center our weight here and go ahead and lift our right leg up. Bend at our right knee and drop our right heel over towards our left glute so that we open up that hip. Get a little bit more of a hip opener here. You can even move that if you want. And then go ahead and bring that knee back to center, and we're gonna sweep this through, taking this into our pigeon. So feel free to support that pigeon if you need to. If you've got space between the floor and your glute, feel free to support that as much as you need to. And you can be on your hands, you can be on your elbows, or you can be all the way on the floor. Just remembering what you're doing on this side, you'll want to do the same thing on the other side. We want to keep that nice and balanced. And breathe. Good, let's press ourselves halfway up, and we're gonna swing our leg around into a pretzel. So, you can, I'm going to today, usually I move this, but today I'm gonna stay with the cushion beneath me. But I'm gonna try and center my weight as much as I can, but you can remove that if it feels better for you. We've got this nice pretzel, and breathe. So good if you've got really tight hip flexors, hip joints. We tend to hold a lot of tension in our hips, low backs. Got a lot of stress going on. Maybe you're holding it there. Very good. Let's go ahead and take this top leg, swing that back around, and you can move the cushion off to the side because we're going to use it again on the other side if you need it on the other side. And we're going to lift ourselves back up into that downward facing dog. So finding that strong down dog, just a breath or two here, maybe nod that head yes or shake that head no. Let's center that weight again. This time let's lift our left leg up, bend at our knee, and drop our heel over towards our right glute. And maybe you want to rotate that hip a little bit. Bring that knee back to center, and let's sweep this through. Pigeon on this other side. And use support if you would like. And you're either on your hands, elbows, or all the way down. Just remembering to try and do the same thing on this side that you did on the other side. And breathe. And let's press ourselves halfway up. Let's reach or take our back leg and bring that around into pretzel on this side. And let's breathe it here. Good. And then let's go ahead and release that leg back behind us. Press ourselves back up, or you can put that pillow out the way. Press ourselves back up, downward facing dog, and breathe. Maybe nod that head yes again. Shake that head no. Good. Oh, that feels good. And let's walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold. Let's inhale and sweep this up. Nice tall mountain pose. And then exhale, dive it down and over. Once again, nice standing forward fold. Good. Inhale and sweep this up. Let's drop our right arm to our right side, and we're going to reach that left arm over. Side bend. Oh, yeah, that feels good. Inhale and lift this up. Dive this down and over. Standing forward fold. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, drop that left arm down and reach over with that right arm. Good. Inhale, lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Very nice. Good. Let's go ahead and keep our left foot forward. Take our right foot back, drop our heel, and we're going to bring ourselves up. Actually, you can actually take yourself out of this because we're going to grab that strap. So I was like, maybe your strap isn't that close. So go ahead and grab that strap. You can walk over to get it, but we've got our legs nice and wide, and we're going to keep our legs nice and wide in this wide-legged position. And we're going to take our strap. Let's go ahead and take our strap and wrap it around our hands. And we're going to open this up, keeping our legs nice and wide. And let's take our toes so that they're slightly inwards. This will help protect our knees. So we've got our legs wide, toes are slightly inwards or straight in front of you. And we're going to take ourselves into a wide-legged forward fold. And we're going to stretch through our shoulders, through our shoulder sockets, through our armpits, through those arms, that back, that head, stretching through those legs, and breathe. Early on, when I was practicing yoga years and years ago, I would do this for a super duper long time. It's actually a good one to do for a long time if you work up to the flexibility in your shoulders and in your arms, because it can get pretty uncomfortable. But because it's an inversion, head is lower than the heart, really stretching through those shoulders, through those arms. Good. Let's go ahead, lead with those hands, bring ourselves back up, back to center. Very nice. And we're going to keep this strap and just take yourself a little bit from side to side here, because we're going to do that one more time. But just kind of shake that out, keeping our feet straight forward or toes are slightly inwards. Good. Let's go ahead and use that strap again. So if you need to rewrap that, let's open this up, and we're going to take it again into that wide-legged forward fold with that shoulder opener and allowing gravity to pull those arms down towards the floor. Feeling this one a lot in my hamstrings today, which is good. That's where we want to be feeling it, in those legs, in those arms. This is kind of one of those whole body things, and I'm feeling it in my face too. And breathe. Good. And then leading with those arms, let's bring ourselves back up. I always feel like the blood rushing back. Good. Now you can go ahead and place that strap off to the side. We can walk our feet in a little bit, shake that out, grab a block, or you can grab both of your blocks. So we're going to use these and we're going to take our legs wide again. So just bring that center, take our legs wide again, but this time our toes are going to go out. We're going to go into some pliés or some 5-pointed star. So we've got our toes pointed out, and now we're going to go into that 5-pointed star. So now our hands are up, fingers are out, and we're going to go into some pliés here. So we're going to take this down and then lift this up. So let's go ahead and inhale, take this down. And then exhale and lift. Inhale it down. And exhale and lift. Inhale this down. And exhale and lift. We're going to do 4 more like this. Take this down. And then exhale. Inhale this down. And exhale. 2 more times. Inhale this down. And exhale. 1 more time. Inhale this down. And exhale. Good. Let's go ahead and release our arms. Change our feet so that they're facing the front again or slightly inward, because we're going to go into that forward fold. So again, protecting our knees. Reach our arms up, dive this down and over. Nice forward fold. Wide-legged standing forward fold. And we've got the blocks. And you can take 1 block, 2 blocks. You can bring those blocks as high as you want. That means I like to take the blocks super high because then I can take my feet a little bit wider. And we're going to inhale and lengthen. Nice flat back, tabletop here. That feels good. And then exhale and release. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and lengthen. Hold this here. As we're holding, you can exhale. Let's take our right hand, press it into blocks. Twist open with that left. Ah, inner thigh stretch right there. And breathe that. Good. Release and relax. Inhale and lengthen. Nice flat back. Hold this here. You can exhale while we're holding. Let's take our left hand. Place our left hand onto the blocks. Twist open with the right. Woo. Nice inner thigh stretch here. And breathe. These twisting poses are so good for so many things. Good. Go ahead and release that. Very nice. Let's take those hands right to the hip crease. Bring ourselves up, and we're going to go into those pliés 1 more time. So you may want to walk your feet in a little bit, but then let's take our toes out again. 5-pointed star once again. And let's go ahead and inhale down and exhale lift. 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 This is working on flexibility and strength. So good. Inhale it down and exhale it up 2 more times. Inhale it down and exhale lift. 1 more time. Inhale it down and exhale lift and hold. Good. Lift it. Actually, go ahead and release those arms. Take our toes back to the front, slightly inwards. Inhale it up, dive it down and over. Standing forward fold once again. Good. Make sure our toes are in, and you might want to maybe you can walk your feet out a little bit further. Let's inhale, flat back. And exhale, release. We're going to do those spinal twists 1 more time on each side. We're almost there. Inhale and hold this here. Exhale while we're holding. Let's press our right hand down. Lift our left arm up. Good. And then release that. Relax. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and lengthen. Hold this here. Take our left hand, press that into blocks. Twist open with the right. And then release that and relax. Good. Bring our hands right to our hip crease. Bring ourselves up. Let's walk our feet in. Very nice. You can move those blocks. And we're going to move ourselves down onto the floor for final relaxation. So grab whatever you need for that. If you've got eye pillow, put that within hands reaching distance when you're on the floor. So let's go ahead, inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over, taking both feet back into a top of plank. Drop to our knees, back into child's pose. Let's take our arms by our sides, palms facing up, elbows fall open onto the side. Good. Oh, that feels good on the back. Nice child's pose. And hands by knees, press ourselves up. Let's take ourselves onto our backs. Grab whatever you need for our final relaxation. That's what we're moving into. So let's take ourselves all the way down. If you've got that eye pillow, you can begin to place that over your eyes. We're lengthening through our legs towards one end of the room, reaching through our arms, fingers towards the other end of the room. Adding an inch or two to your height here. Oh yeah. Really reach through that. Inhale it deeply. And with a deep exhale, allow yourself to sink, to settle. Let those feet just naturally fall open. Arms open. Quieting that mind, quieting that body, slowing everything down. Still allowing that big, deep breath to be working. Breathing down deep into that diaphragm. And then maybe doing a mental scan here, mental body scan, recognizing if you feel some tightness, some soreness. Anywhere, anything left, or maybe the practice today smoothed a lot of things out and recognizing that as well. So recognizing those little victories, those little like, oh, that pain is gone. Or I feel much more awake or much more calm, or my body feels much more like not as tense. So recognizing all of those things. Still relaxing. Let's bend our knees and tuck our tailbone under. Let that low back flatten into the floor. And then dropping both those knees over to your most comfortable side. And then take yourself onto your side. Breathe a few breaths here. And then from here, let's press ourselves up into a strong and supported seated pose. So strong for you, strong for your back. Lengthen up through that spine. Good, let's inhale, sweep those arms up. Bring our palms together and exhale, eyes following our fingers. Take our chin to chest. Lift that head center, take our fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Take our fingers to our lips. As we leave today, let us speak words of love. Take our hands to our hearts. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given a spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Inhaling it deeply and exhale it. And one more time, big, deep inhale. And a big cleansing exhale. And have a blessed rest of your day. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next.